You know, in pro sports, we're always talking about contracts and trades, but every once in a while, a player's decision becomes, well, something way bigger. It turns into a story about family, about gratitude, and that huge choice between locking down your future and honoring your past. So let's get into it. This is the story of Sifa Talakai, an absolute beast on the rugby field who's facing a choice that could define the rest of his career.
But before we dive into all the details, I want to put a question to you. Seriously, think about it. If you were faced with a life-changing opportunity, but it meant leaving behind the very people who gave you your start, what would you do? Do you go for loyalty, or do you build a new legacy? It's that classic head versus heart dilemma, and it's right at the center of everything we're about to talk about.
All right, so the man in the middle of all this is Sifa Talakai. On the field for the Cronulla Sharks, he is a wrecking ball, a guy known for just terrorizing his rivals. But off the field, he's facing a decision so tough, he's admitted it's brought him to tears. Does he stay with the club that literally saved his career, or does he grab at this incredible opportunity on the other side of the country?
Okay, so let's break down one side of this decision, the pull of this new frontier. There's a brand new team coming into the NRL, the Perth Bears, and they are making a very persuasive offer. And trust me, this is about way more than just a bigger paycheck. This is about building something totally new from the ground up.
And what's really driving his thinking comes down to this one number, 4. That's how many kids he and his partner have. And he said it himself, it's not about me anymore. It's about what's best for me, my partner, and my family. So when he thinks about this, he's thinking about 4 very important little reasons.
So, what Perth is putting on the table is a pretty powerful package. We're talking a 3-year deal, which means serious long-term financial security. But it's also about the legacy, right? The chance to be a founding member of a club, to help shape its entire culture. Oh, and he'd be doing it all under one of the game's legends, Meninga, who sees him playing a key role from day one.
And you know, Perth isn't just some random city for him, which makes this even more interesting. It's a place where huge moments in his career have already happened. It's where he made his NRL debut back in 2016. It's where he played his first State of Origin game. There's a real history there, a connection that makes this feel less like a business deal and more like, I don't know, a full circle moment.
Okay, but for every single logical reason pulling him west, there's this incredibly powerful emotional anchor holding him right where he is. This is the other side of the coin, the side that has absolutely everything to do with the heart.
This is a direct quote from the man himself. And wow, it just tells you everything, doesn't it? It shows you the sheer emotional weight of what he's going through. This isn't just business for him. It's deeply, deeply personal. The very thought of leaving the Cronulla Sharks is genuinely painful. So, why?
Well, here it is. This is the heart of it. The Sharks gave him everything when his career was on the ropes. There was a time when things looked pretty uncertain, but Cronulla took a chance on him. They threw him a lifeline, and boy, did he repay them. He became one of the most destructive players in the entire league. That kind of belief creates a bond, a sense of gratitude that you just can't put a price on.
And that bond? It is fierce. I mean, look at this quote. He's saying he would go to hell and back for this club. No questions asked. That is an almost unconditional level of loyalty. It's a powerful, raw, emotional connection to the club and its people, and that's something money just can't buy.
Now, to really get the pull of Perth, you have to understand this isn't some small-time operation they're setting up. The Bears are making some serious moves. They're trying to build a competitive team right from the get-go. This is a legitimate, ambitious project. And you can see that ambition just by looking at who they're signing. They've already got guys like Toby Sexton and Tyron Wishart, and they're chasing players from top-tier clubs like Melbourne and Penrith. The point is, Talakai wouldn't just be going there alone. He'd be joining a squad that's being built to actually compete, which makes that whole founding member idea even more exciting.
So this is what it all comes down to, doesn't it? The final way up. You've got the logical, future-focused path on one side versus the emotional, loyalty-bound present on the other. It's the ultimate showdown, head versus heart.
And this really just lays it all out, side by side. You've got Perth, representing the future, financial security, a chance to build a legacy, plus that sentimental history he has there. It's the smart, strategic move for his family. But then you have Cronulla. That's home. That represents gratitude, a deep emotional connection, and a loyalty forged in the tough times. There's just no easy answer here. None at all.
And maybe the man trying to get him to Perth, the legendary coach Meninga, sums it up best.
He's not trying to sell this as just another contract. He's telling guys like Talakai that this is a life decision. He's acknowledging just how massive it is to uproot your entire family and start a new chapter. It really puts the whole thing into perspective.
When you get right down to it, Sifa Talakai's choice is something we all face in our own lives, in different ways. It makes you ask that fundamental question, right? When your logical brain is pointing you one way, but your heart is pulling you in the complete opposite direction, how on earth do you choose the right path? There's no single answer, but his journey definitely gives us all something to think about.